Um, Hello everyone, it's group 4 now, and our cultural background we have been chosen as cosplay culture. And the question here is, how does a cosplay society flourish in Australia? Also, our group member includes Anna, Cici, and Carrie. So here is our contents. We got seven sections to do. So let's start with Cici's part.
Yeah, now let me introduce cosplay. Cosplay is an active and performance art in which participant called cosplayer wear costume and fashion accessories to present a specific character. Next page, please. Create cosplay in 4 major steps. Planning is deciding which character to create. Next can be top for the cosplay. The preparation stage for cosplay making start with the collation or the supply and the products need for the projects. And the next is cosplay making began assembly or the costume piece use their craft the tools. Once the customer is finished, as the final step for the cosplay, coaster is show off the cushion with the choose for fan community. Next page. And any entity that links them dramatic interpretation may be taken up as a subject. Favorite source including anime, cartoon, manga, and so on. Next page, please. Cosplay relies the humorism of the personal dreams of the close connect with the cartoon characters through the roleplay and integrate animism and feel culture into reality through the exaggerate costume and transgender role play reflection and culture inclusive. Next part is Clara's part.
So after we research about different academic resources, we have generalized them into this affinity diagram. So there are 4 different stacks we kind of concern on is Australian cosplay traits, self-identity exploration, sense of belonging, as well as its social impacts. So after this affinity diagram, we kind of propose different perspectives into this mind map to be more straightforward to see the reasons behind, such as the first one would be explore the self-identity and then express their opinion as protest events, etc., as well as develop craftsmanship and costume skills, enhance experiences, evolve out of the values, as well as propose this vernacular adaptation. So what is the significance of cosplay culture? Let's move toward Anna's part.
The significance of the cosplay culture could divide into the 4 parts. Next, please. The first one is the collaboration. I will focus on the activities. The activities are frequent and different regions will organize a different same activity from time to time to meet the need of the different cosplayers. Next, please. And then the second one is accuracy. According to the cosplay concept of the accuracy, a costume item or performance can only gain meaning to in its relationship to a pre-existing design. Next. And the third one is amateurism. In the context of the community's opinions and the wide cosplay community of the practice, a concept of amateurism that describe love as the most important and purest motivation for the practice is often promoted. Next. Then the last one is the creativity. Rather than choosing expensive finished costume, cosplay choose the more radiant material for their creation, like everyday objects from the material world. In cosplay, participants pay more attention to the story behind the character. They choose it to express themselves. And next, please. And here is the 2 difference between the Australia culture and the other country cosplay culture. The first one is the motivation. Within cosplay panels in Australia, love of a particular character or text was not portrayed as the only acceptable motivation for character choose. They probably choose their love of a particular craft technology. And then is multicultural. As Australia is a multicultural country, the choice of a cosplay character is also diverse. From Japan anime to American movies and even indigenous Australia culture is the choice of the every cosplayer.
So let's move on toward the dark sides of cosplay culture in Australia. I categorize them into two different groups as the disabled cosplayers and the women of color. So they might face different difficulties such as the lack of ramp design make them inconvenience, and the unhygienic conditions make them be more infectious. And also they kind of face the stereotypes of their characters bias against the disabled cosplayers. And for the women of color, they kind of face social discourse, sexual harassment, and internet violences based on the secondary research. So the cosplay society manager may need to deal with this kind of problems in the future. So a bit summary here. Throughout the process of exploring the cosplay culture in Australia, there are several key qualities that we're kind of interested in to be more explored in the future of design brief. So let's move on to our design brief part. The first one is my part. So based on the quality selected, the exploration of self-identity, I draw some insight statements and then propose how might we questions as how might we offer sheltered circumstances for young adults, either cosplayers or whatever want to become a cosplayer, to be freely explore their own identities and then immerse into the cultural vibes. So the design opportunities here to be the crafts room to be interior design, and the cultural community center as an architectural design, and the semi-open activist stage as the external landscape like communal area design. So the target audience would be the people who are unacquainted with this culture and society attempt to join them, or the audience, or the second type is the cosplay culture younger generations as the cosplayers themselves. So there are three different sketches of design I want to be achieved. So the first one is the interior as a classroom. The three different area sections like the making area, research area, and the storage area for the younger generations to explore themselves. And then another one is the external community area for the cosplayer to perform, as well as the other groups of people to engage them with the social interactions, such as fancy words or Comic-Con culture. And the last one is a cosplay fun culture community centers like an integrity of architecture design within different functional spaces as indicated here, and then the different design trees I want to achieve on the diagrams as well. You guys can have a look. So this is my timeline, different stages I want to be achieved. So move on to our end part.
So here's the affinity diagram from the user need and the cosplay culture to analyze the different requirements. The Australian cosplay culture is gradually become popular. However, it is difficult for many people who intimately understand the cosplay culture because every step of the process requires experience. Although there's a variety of the group platform in Australia, it can be difficult for new cosplayers to choose from. Next page. So here is why we design this and what and how. So finally, my statement will be how might we help new cosplayers to have a good experience and spread the cosplay culture in future at the same time. Then please. And here's my three ideas. The first one is a functional design table. According to the research, the reason that attract a cosplayer to make character this selection are special clothing. For people who love this culture, creating costume in their favorite set. And after each costume design, you also need a space for storage and display. And the second one is an area for the cosplay activities. An open area allows the other to join or maybe look through could spare the cosplay culture and make more people that cosplay with a common mentally. And the third one is a cosplay app to help the new cosplayer. The problem of the discrimination in cosplay and the difficulty of the newcomer to participate are due to the lack of the understanding of the culture. So this app could help the new cosplayer and to reduce the phenomenon that's difficult to start like the step one and join the activities, and probably solve the problem like the no idea to choose the character and make the soup improve culture. So that's all my three ideas. And here's my timeline for the next future I will do. Thank you.
My design brief focus on the discussion of the culture, themes, also personal belonging, identity. Considering the exaggerate and complete costume in cosplay will be criticized by the others. So the key point of my design are how my we provide cosplay group will have with a more convenient dress up experience, so that each cosplayer can be a better sense of belonging and cultural confidence. Next page, please. My design are for the everyone cosplayer and cosplay community. The feedback from the persona I made was the cosplay players spend a lot of time preparing clothes and accessories for their characters. They can change clothes easily. Next page. So I designed a suitcase to perfect place their clothes and other necessary items, and it's easy to carry on the road without damaging the clothes and accessories, so as to have a perfect cosplay experience in the Comic-Con. Next page, please. Finally, this is a timeline for the development of my idea. Thank you. That's all.
And this is our reference list. Thanks for listening.